Welcome back to On Football. Today's review is going to be on the new Adidas CrazyQuick football gloves. This is actually the second version of the CrazyQuicks. They had some CrazyQuicks last year, and these gloves are way different than anything that they've come out with before. And actually, Adidas stepped up in a big way this year with all their gloves. Go ahead and check out my glove playlist. You'll see the Adidas 5 stars and what I said about those. But I really like these gloves. So, of course, I'm going to get into everything, talking about the fit, the grip, the ball feel, the breathability, and the durability of the glove, and tell you just my overall thoughts. So without further ado, let's get into the review. So here's a look at the Adidas CrazyQuicks. You can see the strap on the side, and you can see the gusset here, spandex, and you see how this straps up. You see you have this asymmetric pull tab almost on the part of the glove, so you can really use it to pull your glove on. But what's really interesting about this glove is the back of the hand. So the CrazyQuick is padded. You see this little rib section right here? That's all padding for the back of your hand. This is padding as well. This part is not padded, but it's thick enough where your hands do feel somewhat protected. The front of the palm is going to be grip tack just like all of Adidas gloves. But here's what's interesting. You see these little parts right here where they cut in? That's going to allow you to bend your hand and not get a bunching effect. Which is really important for ball feel on a glove. You're also going to have some additional breathability here. So if you look in between the middle of the finger, there's some points here, some perforation, and also this is kind of, I'm not sure what material, it's kind of like a nylon polyester material that really helps to make the glove durable and to hold the shape of the glove. It's also a lot stickier than previous gloves in the past. So that's kind of your overall, general view of the glove. And now we'll get into certain things like the fit. So the fitment on the glove is great. It's probably one of the best fitting gloves, again, that I've ever put on. They're a little bit thicker, and the back of the hand is this airprene material. It's more like neoprene, and it stretches. That's what makes the glove have such a great fit. It's lycra, which is stretchable, and then it's neoprene, which is also stretchable. So you're going to get some moisture wicking in terms of if it's wet, it's raining outside, that's going to wick off the back of the hand. It's not going to get into the glove. And then it's just going to have a great fit with the strap as well because of how it fits on your hand. So it has this area right here, and that doesn't really affect anything in terms of fitment. It does allow you to pull the glove on because it is such a tight fit. So overall, I gave these gloves a 9 out of 10 for fitment. These gloves have excellent grip, just like the Adidas 5 Star 3.0s I reviewed. They use the same material, grip tack, on the palms. You see it's over the entire palm, but it's not in the wrist cuff. A lot of gloves these days are putting it down here in the wrist cuff. I haven't really found an advantage to that, so nonetheless, they still had great grip. The balls were dusty at practice when I was testing them out, and dust did not affect it. And that's a really big thing for me because you're always going to have dust or dirt in a game. Wet is something else. None of the gloves really work in wet, but if it can really get past that dust, then it's going to be a good thing. So again, I think this grip is better than last year's, even though they said it's the same material, and I gave these an 8 out of 10 for grip. Another thing that these gloves excel at is ball feel. Now, as I said before, these are padded, and it's a little bit thicker. Again, you can see the ribbing for the padding, so you can barely tell that they're padded. But even though it's such a thick protective glove, I still have excellent movement in my hands and great ball feel. And that's something that is just amazing because usually thicker glove, you don't have this great ball feel. But I gave these an 8 out of 10 because I had excellent ball feel. My hands didn't bunch. I talked about the cut of the design. You can see how it comes in to not allow bunching for your hand to close. These fit on my palms, and the fitment is just overall great. So in terms of ball feel, I gave these an 8 out of 10. Now let's talk about breathability. I think that's the only factor that could be better in these gloves. Looking at the material, it is neoprene here, which isn't a very breathable material at all. So it stretches, it stays stuck to your hand, it repels water, but it's not breathable. So they try to make up for it, I think, in having this part of the glove fully breathable. So you've got about half the glove. But honestly, when I was done playing with these, like my hands, they didn't get hot. It was fine. But when I took the glove off, the gloves were sweaty. So in terms of taking care of these gloves, making sure that they don't smell or collect bacteria and things like that, you'll definitely want to make sure that you don't keep these gloves in your bag because they're going to be soaked with moisture. You know, it was warm outside, but still, I don't think these gloves are as breathable. You can see the palms don't have any type of breathability at all. But you know what, for me, that's okay. But the breathability rating, I gave it a 6 out of 10. So if that's something that you're concerned about, these may not be the gloves for you. If your hands are continuously getting hot and you don't like that feeling, these aren't going to be the gloves for you. So once again, gave these a 6 out of 10 for breathability. In terms of durability, this quality and stitching is great on the glove. I didn't see anywhere where, you know, they're going to rip apart because they are thicker. They're not like the Adidas Zeros where that material might get ripped at all. I really like this pull tab right here to get the gloves on. That's going to help you get it on and help the glove from ripping or you know, pulling it in places where it shouldn't be pulled. So in terms of durability, I gave these gloves an 8.5 out of 10. Next question that you guys always have is where can you find these gloves? So you can find them at any major sports store or you can get them from Adidas. I actually have a limited colorway. I got these straight from the manufacturer, so that's why I have them in maroon and white. Haven't really seen these in too many places, but they do retail for about $45. Again, you can get them from a variety of places, but I will tell you that I did like these gloves so much, I did go out and get a second pair. So I'm not sure what gloves I'm going to be using this season, but probably I might have to say I'm going to be using the CrazyQuicks. I got them in 2 colors. That's how much I liked them. So a lot of you guys think I'm a Nike fan. I am a Nike fan, but I'm a quality fan. So if I get a quality glove or equipment, you know, I'm going to go with it. So that's kind of my review. If you liked it, remember to give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.